are you a good person? Now really, think about it. Do you know what makes you good and what makes you bad? If not, we can figure that out. So now, but we need to know 3 things firstly. 1, what makes a good person good? 2, what makes a bad person bad? And 3, what is the difference between that? So, is you stealing a loaf of bread making you a bad person more important, or does it make more of a difference than you saving the president from an assassination? To do that, we can do a few things. We can ask people, which is what I did. I found random people all across, or whoever I could get my hands on, and I asked them that same question. What makes a good person a good person?
I think make a good person is basically when someone looks not just for themselves but out for others and is willing to give without wanting to receive anything.
Okay, and now what makes a bad person bad?
A bad person bad? I don't think anyone's bad. I just think people are brought up differently and some people have a different view on what bad is, and some things you would find wrong where another person genuinely wouldn't. So I think just being brought up it makes a bad person.
So do you think you're a good or a bad person?
Hey man, if I answered that, I could be a hypocrite because I'm good and bad, like in my opinion.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so that's my first subject, and he's basically said that if you actively want to hurt somebody or make somebody's life miserable for them, then you're a mean person. But if you want to try and help somebody, or if you don't lie, cheat or steal, it makes you a good person. So we're off to a good start, but let's see what our second guest has to say about that. Okay, Keenan, what makes a good person in your opinion?
For me, it's if this person is good, I would say that they go out of their way to help others. They don't just think about themselves. Someone who isn't selfish or isn't very self-centered, someone who cares about others, and obviously they shouldn't be picking on others. Like someone who goes out of their way for others.
Okay, now what do you think makes a bad person a bad person?
When they do something to either hurt someone or to go out of their way to make life harder for someone else.
Okay, now, so both people have the same agreement. If you are a bad person, you try to make people's lives worse for them. If you're a good person, you try to make it better for them. So, now the thing is, both of them are biased because both of them are my friends. We had a couple other people, but I couldn't really get clear answers from them, and it would take too long to show them all at once. So here's them all at once to save time. What makes a good person good?
What makes a good person good?
Yeah.
Good morals, I guess. Good morals, you know.
Now, what makes a bad person bad?
Bad morals. I don't know. I use the Bible as my compass.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Jared, in a short answer, what do you think makes a good person good?
I think when you're not racist.
Ken, what makes a bad person bad?
If you're racist.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Blake, what makes a person good?
What makes a person good? If they recycle.
Okay, now what makes a person bad?
If they don't recycle.
Okay, thank you. Matthew, what do you think makes a good person good?
What makes a good person good? Someone that stays true to their value.
Okay, what do you think makes a bad person bad?
Someone who doesn't respect others or doesn't follow the rules.
Okay, thank you. What makes a good person good are people who listen to rules, they follow guidelines, they don't steal, cheat, they're not racist, they recycle, they have a good moral compass, they do their work on time, and bad people are the opposite. But the difference is how much of it you see, because every person can not follow rules but also still recycle and not be racist. So then depends on, or well, from person to person, changes from how much you show it. So the main difference, I'd say, between a good and a bad person is when and where you use it. So if you are racist all of a sudden in the middle of nowhere, it's bad. Okay, if you're racist in general, it's bad, but if you litter, it's also bad. However, you can also help a lot of people by doing work or following guidelines or just being nice in general. So a good person and a bad person, and what separates them is time, place, and what they use. So yeah, I consider myself then a neutral person. I have good, I have bad. I use good when I'm meant to, I use bad when I'm not meant to, and vice versa. But I'm still not a fully bad person, but I'm still also not a honest to goodness, truly good person. So I am a neutral person like everybody else is. So differences are when and where you use it, how you view good and bad, and what do you think others' versions of good and bad are, and whether or not they're bad. But yeah, so that's it overall, most of it. There's some nitty-gritty details, but that could be a whole video on its own. You know, let me know if you want to see one on that. But yeah, so the end goal is, or the end goal and conclusion is, I don't know. I don't know what the true difference is between a good and a bad person, because there are such parts of life that you can't just change all of a sudden, and you can't really label somebody as true good or true bad. So it all depends on what you think of a person, what do you think is good or bad, and the time this good or bad happens.